Next fighter, Lunghiabula, 32. 5 years younger is the Russian Ankalaev. Ankalaev towers his opponent by 7 inches, but Lunghiabula's wide frame will give him a 1-inch reach advantage. To introduce the fighters, here's Joe.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds this of the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight 204 pounds with a professional record of 10 victories and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Cape Town, South Africa, here is Dr. Champion Lunghiabula. And in the red corner, his opponent, a mixed martial artist at 6 feet 3 inches tall. He weighed in 205 pounds. In 12 fights, his record 11 victories and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Makhachkala, Dagestan, Russia, here is Magomed Ankalaev. And referee in charge of the action, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard shares the octagon with our light heavyweights. This fight all set for 3 5-minute rounds. Thank you very much, Carly. All ready for round number 1. Lunghiabula versus Ankalaev here in Moscow. Ankalaev in the grey, southpaw stance. Orthodox for Lunghiabula in the black.
What an interesting problem that Lunghiabula is going to be for Ankalaev. First thing I've noticed is Ankalaev threw an inside low kick, and Lunghiabula slid his shorts up, and he's got a big scar on the front of his quad,
that's
right?
The first thing I saw. It's almost like he's showing us. Check out this scar.
Like, that's not going to do anything.
Ankalaev, big favourite on the betting lines, minus 450, plus 3. Lunghiabula.
That technical striking of Ankalaev is something to behold.
And he took the route of amateur mixed martial arts here in Russia as well, became a 2-time world and 3-time Russian champion. Really was celebrated back in sort of 2015 in these parts. Been pipped for success ever since.
Well, I just remember there was so much hype around him making his UFC debut. A lot of people were excited to see what he was going to do on this stage. And, you know, I mean, his first fight was dominant all the way up to that last couple of seconds. And I feel like now the octagon jitters are out of the way. We're starting to really see his skill set shine. This is where we can start to enjoy the potential of this young man.
And he's got Lunghiabula backed all the way up against the fence here, throwing some big head kicks. He's just got to watch that explosion of Lunghiabula. He'll cover that distance. Like,
yes,
that wasn't even close though. He threw that at the air.
There's a lot of reach disadvantage for Lunghiabula to make up, but he does have that forward momentum that he can use.
Well, there's a height disadvantage, but he's got the reach advantage. It's just a case of him... oh, that was a nice shot to the midsection from Ankalaev. Yes. And it's a little bit wild, is the striking of Lunghiabula, so he tends to counter when he gets hit with something that's far more instinctive than calculated. And that shot to the midsection there, his counter was the overhand right, which fell short. They're the opportunities where Ankalaev will start to counter him when he sees him open after those wild strikes. Big feints as well, my goodness.
Last time Ankalaev fought in Russia for the UFC, earned a first-round knockout back in September 2018 against Marcin Prachnio. It's a slip and double right head kick. It's beautiful.
Oh! Worth noting, we have seen Ankalaev hurt in his previous fights, and he's still managed to maintain and come through. This is where his discipline comes in again, look, and conditioning.
Yep, right.
He's on his toes, he's moving.
Well, he's only ever been submitted, he's never been knocked out, and that was just the one time. That was by Paul Craig back in London 2018.
1 second.
Yeah, he's also
breaking 1 second to go. Yeah,
he's also never fought a power puncher like Lunghiabula, who's got really wild movement patterns. This is where Lunghiabula wants to be, looking for that inside leg as well. If he can get one leg of his opponent off the canvas, it's game over.
Man. He waits, Lunghiabula, he waits, but when he throws, it is all or nothing. And he clipped him. He didn't even land that punch. Watch that rock. Ankalaev, he's got to crack it, man.
Lunghiabula is a 2-weight world champion, or African champion, I should say.
It's always the right hand from Lunghiabula, though.
I think that'd be a smart move for Ankalaev to go back to his kicks, keep that distance where he's a little safer.
Oh,
this is interesting.
Yeah, hip to hip. You'd think Lunghiabula is going to fare very well with his judo background. still practices in the gi. Says it's what got him to the dance.
Concerns me a little bit, though, because his favourite technique that I asked him to demonstrate on me at the fighter meetings is a gi throw, yes. Yeah. And then when they locked up just a second ago, he was actually instinctively trying to grab the glove, the cuff of the glove, something that Marc Goddard will be all over, no doubt. But there is a question as to how transferable some of those skills are. His best takedowns for me have been always when he's caught a kick and he's been able to lift his opponent off the floor or sweep a leg. I mean, his awareness of an individual's balance is obviously unquestionable, but it's the handles that he's going to struggle with.
He's eating some good knees from Ankalaev here. And this I think, is smart for Ankalaev as well, Joe. I mean, to just get him worn out a little bit here on the fence.
Fill those muscles up. Fill those muscles up with lactic acid. Take some sting out of those power punches. Oh, he's pulling it so short, is that punch. And Ankalaev's so nice and straight with everything he throws, and he's trying to get to that lead uppercut as well.
Stand back, stand back. Listen, my friend.
We're just about set to get going in round number 2.
Face, it's okay. When you bring it in, think about keeping the lead hand closed, please.
Just a warning from Marc Goddard about extending the fingers out towards the opponent for Lunghiambula. Snapped his head back with that jab.
I think the corner team of Lunghiambula said that chicks dig scars, you know. I think they told him that chicks dig scars. He's pulled that short leg up again.
So Ankalaev's team told him to not throw any naked leg kicks. He didn't set those leg kicks up, but a nice trip by Lunghiambula. Not successful, however.
Grabbing the shorts.
Great work by Ankalaev there. Good scrambles back to his feet. And this is all good work for him as well, because I feel like his conditioning will show through over the distance, whereas Lunghiambula, he was breathing heavy in his corner, he was hunched over, and everything he does is power-based. And there's a taxation on your cardiovascular system that's undeniable.
So trapping the arm is Ankalaev. As he now, there you go, looks to drop his level.
Oh, nice.
Dumps Lunghiambula onto the canvas.
Placed the legs already. Very nice. He's got control of that top leg. And the question is, what does Lunghiambula do to get up here? Does he use technique or does he try and boss it with strength?
Yeah, Ankalaev looking over his eyebrows to land these shots. It's an interesting frame of reference when you bury your head under the chin. You know that your target's just above your eye line. So you know exactly where you're firing.
It's exactly what Khabib does so well. He pins them with his head, but he also uses it to manage where the target is, as you were saying, John.
Next Saturday night, Sao Paulo, Brazil is the home for a UFC fight night on ESPN+. The main event pits diverse Polish finisher Jan Błachowicz against Brazilian superstar Jacare Souza. The entire event's on ESPN+, main card at 8 p.m. Eastern. Prelims kick off at 5 o'clock. So Lunghiambula trying to dig for that underhook, but staying heavy is Ankalaev.
Yeah, he's sitting on that left leg.
It's fully extended up as well.
Yep.
I mean, it's not a knee bar, but there's certainly a potential of hyperextension unless he falls to his side, which is what he has done. This is the problem with this technique. If you stay sat up against the fence, your legs are straight and locked up. If you drop to the side, then you're exposed to these ground and pound shots.
Pick your poison, I think.
Exactly.
Neither of them very appetizing.
Both bitter and rather painful. Give you a headache the next day. Once the underhook's there, can he do anything with it? He's got to move though. Nice work by Ankalaya.
Nice, flattened out. All sorts of trouble here.
Oh,
smashing elbows, beautiful work.
Here.
yeah. Ankalaev really showing his sovereignty in the ground exchanges.
Yeah, really solid top position work here. Lunghiabula really not having many answers to this. He's trying to overhook arms, which is not a good sign.
No submission wins for Ankalaev. He likes to be nasty.
Yeah.
When it gets down that round, he will beat you up.
He's doing a good job of that right now. And you know what? I think at any point, if Ankalaev wanted to, he could slide through to mount. He doesn't want to. He's sitting on that leg of Lunghiabula, and he's just going to pound away with these elbows, frame off on his face, and let his weight do the work.
Well, this is how bad it is. I've seen in my research more than 2 guys tap out to strikes when Ankalaev gets in top position.
Yeah.
He is absolutely brutal here.
Just going back to your point about mount, though, Paul, this is something that I think it's worth all fighters considering. Is when you put yourself in mount, you're basically, especially with someone as built as Lunghiabula, you're basically putting yourself onto a loaded spring. Because as soon as you're sitting on their hips or on their midsection, they can start moving you around. Whereas, as of right now, he's controlling one leg of Lunghiabula, and he's not allowing him the underhook.
And he's cut now as well.
Yeah.
Right eyebrow. Oh, man.
Lovely hammer fists.
He's got 48 seconds.
It's a long 48 seconds.
Yeah, for Lunghiabula, it sure is.
And he doesn't get any fresher in between rounds as well.
He's going to throw that big elbow.
Oh, jeez.
He's doing a great job of controlling the wrist, and that same side that he's controlling, arcing over with that elbow.
Yeah.
He's got 100% accuracy in these ground strikes as well. He's tried 56, he's landed 57.
Tried 56 and landed 57.
Sorry,
That's impressive.
Amazing.
Yeah,
there's a bonus strike in there.
He's a wizard.
Cashed in his ear miles for the extra strike.
He's really good, is what I'm trying to say, and accurate. Looks like we're going to see this round out. We'll be back after these. The instruction between rounds for Lunghiabula was simple. You need to finish him. Let's see how hot Lunghiabula comes out in this 3rd and final round, this light heavyweight contest. Oof. Oof. Well, he's certainly coiled up like a spring, ready to go.
Almost spun himself in a circle with that hook.
Keeping distance.
Good footwork by Ankalaev. Drifts out the way comfortably.
We know.
He kicked his chin into orbit. Wow! I did not see that coming.
What a shot! That was incredible. Perfectly timed. Straight through the guard. Caught Lunghiabula leaning heavy on his lead leg.
And that is why people were excited about Ankalaev when he was making his UFC debut. These are the things that this man is capable of.
That was stunning. That was a
and
beautiful
to do that
finish.
after the ground and pound control that he had in round 2, to come out and display your striking like that with a front kick to the face. Let's take a look at this. Straight up the middle. Ball of the foot right to the chin of Lunghiabula, goes down. The ref justly comes in and breaks that apart. What a performance.
And Paul, how impressive is it that he didn't stand back and admire his work with that kick?
Yeah.
He already had that.
Let's listen.
That is outstanding. Reminds me of Anderson Silva.
Yeah, just straight up the middle, right on the chin. I mean,
I think we were more excited than his corner team after the finish. I'm sure they'll be celebrating later, but what an epic kick that was. Good to see that Dolce Lunghiabula is on his stool with his corner team. Obviously very disappointing for them, but we've got to celebrate that piece of genius by Magomed Ankalaev. Let's make this one official and get it inside to Joe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially. 29 seconds, round number 3. Your winner by KO, Magomed Ankalaev.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Magomed Ankalaev. My friend, what a beautiful finish. Tell me what the game plan was coming in here today.
Мы с победителем Магомедом Анкалаевым. Это был потрясающий финиш. Расскажи, с каким планом ты выходил на поединок?
План был с первого раунда на дистанции держать. В первом раунде пошло что-то не так, я удар пропустил. После этого чуть-чуть тяжело собрался. Но все-таки я свой план выполнил до конца.
So the plan coming into the fight was to keep my distance. Something went wrong in this first round. It caught me, but then I gathered myself up, and everything from that point, everything was according to the plan.
If we take a look at the big screen, you get to admire your work. Tell me, when was the opportunity where you saw the front kick?
На большом экране показывают повтор нокаута. Расскажи, как ты увидел эту возможность выйти на такой финиш?
Я видел, он чуть подустал, руки чуть отпущенные были. Поэтому тренер говорил, надо бить ногой. Я старался, ну, в конце получилось.
I just saw him getting tired. He started to drop his hands. My coach string kick him in the head, and that just worked.
A fantastic performance. What will we see from you next in the octagon?
После такого потрясающего выступления, с кем бы ты хотел дальше побиться в октагоне?
Я не хочу именно кого-то с бойцов говорить, но я бы хотел из топ-15, топ-10 с каким-нибудь хорошим подраться, чтобы идти, подняться на вершину. Нужно потихоньку подниматься так. Будем подниматься потихоньку. Будем ждать следующего соперника.
So I'm not going to call names, but I just want someone from top 15, top 10. I want to progress my career towards the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a performance! Magomed Ankalaev!
What a performance that was. Magomed Ankalaev moves to 12-1 professionally, won a 3-fight win streak inside the octagon. And Paul, we've got to take another look at that one.
I want to take another look.